Hello everyone and welcome to Paper Peony. I'm Kimberly Jones and I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up. Today I am showing you a new bundle in the new catalog that became active May 2nd. And the bundle is called Crafting with You Bundle. And while we're not using the stamp set today, we are using the dies. And I would like to show you this bundle real quick. If you purchase it together, you get 10% off. And the stamp set here is you have your painter's easel, you have a basket, you have yarn, you have a sewing machine, you have a cut and emboss machine, you have brushes, and you have some really cute sayings sending you a handmade hug. Life is better when you're crafting. You inspire me, and with love. This is a photopolymer set, so you can actually see where you're stamping, which is a very big benefit to new stampers. Okay, and then over here on the die set, you have an embroidery hoop. You have a paper trimmer, which is extremely cute. You'll see that closer detail today. The scissors, a wicker basket, buttons, hearts, flowers, stars, and then these real cute spools with the thread that you can put on there to make it look like they have thread on them. So very, very cute and very detailed die set that matches this. But we're going to be working with the die set today. Okay, so here's the card we're going to be doing. Okay, and this is Parakeet Party, which is one of the new in colors that was active last year. It's still active now. So we're going to be doing nice and bright today. These print papers are discontinued. They did leave us last month, but because I love the colors and love the feel, and it resembles, you know, fun fabric, things like that, I think we're going to go ahead and stick to the same color scheme. You can use whatever colored prints, pattern papers you have, and we have some really nice ones in the back of our catalog. I do want to let you know that I do have a Stampin' Up website. It's linked down below. There you can view the catalog in detail. You can see projects and samples in that catalog, and you can even order products from my website. I also have a Facebook page. It's called Paper Peony, and there you can see samples from previous stamp sets that I've used, and so that can kind of give you some more inspiration. So let's get started on this. I did on this paper trimmer, you're going to want to cut it out with your die cut machine on a dark color, okay? And I use this dark gray because I wanted to mimic what our paper trimmer actually looks like, okay? And it does come with this really, really cute, I don't know if you can see that or not, it's very, very little, but it's the slider for your cutting your paper. So you really have to be very, very careful when you die cut this out, because you can very easily lose this piece. So keep that in mind. If you have washi tape or some kind of tape, once you die cut the cuts out, maybe use like some tape to adhere these little pieces to it, and that way you don't lose them. Okay, and then you're going to die cut it in white. Okay, there is some really distinct lines on this paper trimmer, so it's making it easy for you to cut and layer this paper trimmer. So what you're going to do, make sure you get the paper trimmer facing the right direction, for one thing, because I've done some cards, the very first ones that I did, and the paper trimmer was upside down. I didn't even know it until I actually did the card, put it together, and I'm like, oh no. So make sure if you're detailed like I am, and it will bother you if it's not correct, make sure that this little flip right here is facing to the left, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to cut your pieces. Okay, and it's good to just have this right up to the light as best as you can to cut this out. So you're just going to cut it all the way across. Okay. All the way across. Okay. And then get this out of the way, and then I use Tombow for this reason. The reason being that I wanted, if I have a mess up, I can actually move it or slide it around for a second or two to make it like in the perfect location that I want it to be in. So you're going to take this, and I usually like to hold it up to see exactly where it's supposed to go, so I can see the lines on this dark one. Okay, And then you're going to come in with this white one and do the same thing. Okay. And then after you get this glued, just make sure that you did not glue down your paper slider. Okay, because you are going to put a piece of pattern paper through that. So just make sure that it didn't glue down. Okay. So then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take this far left side. If you look closely, and you can see this better in better detail. I don't know if you can't see this on the video, but there is some fine lines on this. So what you do is you're just going to trim along that line. Okay, just cut along that line. Come up, cut along the line, and then it kind of curves around. Okay, and I just followed the lines and cut it out. And then you're going to just take your glue, glue it on top, and then bring it right here and glue it down. Making sure the white ruler part is straight across. Okay, and hold that down for just a second and make sure that it adheres properly. Okay, once you have that glued down, then it's just a simple part of putting detail on it. So I'm bringing in my firm mat that we sell, so I have a stronger stronger surface here. Okay, I'm bringing in a ruler. And I didn't have a black fine tip marker with me, and that's what I encourage you to use on this project. But I have this black watercolor pencil that we sell, and I'm just going to use it because it does the job just fine. Okay, so right across here is where you're going to do your ruler part. So I just do like a little fine line right here, so I know that that's going to be my ruler. Okay, then you're going to turn it sideways just like so. Okay. And you're just going to come down, and you're going to go from line to line. You're going to start where the ruler starts and go straight down, making a vertical line. And then you're going to come down, come over just a little bit, and keep going all the way across your paper trimmer. And it's up to you as to how fine the lines you want. If you want it to be real detailed, or if you want it just to, you know, mimic a paper trimmer. It's up to you as to how and how much time you want to put on it. That's the other thing. Okay, and then you're going to turn it the other direction, and this is where we're going to do our horizontal lines. And these lines are going to be a lot wider apart. Okay, you're only going to do like 3 or 4 lines, so keep that in mind when you're doing them. Okay, so there's 2, 3, 4, okay, and then the 5th is already down there. Okay, so then the tick marks is just real simple. Okay, and this is just me doing it. I didn't measure it out, I didn't do anything, but you're going to do 4 little tick marks and then 1 long tick mark. So for every 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, long line, 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 and so on. And just go all the way across to the end of your ruler. 1, 2, 3, 4, long line, 1, 2, 3, 4, long line, and then just finish it out for whatever you have left. Okay, and there you have your ruler. Okay, that is the most time-consuming part of your whole entire card. So then you're going to take your paper trimmer off. It's ready to mount onto your card. Okay, so I went ahead and cut my Parakeet Party 8.5 by 11 at 5.5. Okay, straight down the middle, and then I scored it at 4 1/4, and that's what I'm left with. Okay, and I used my bone folder. We sell these, and I did a very crisp edge to this, so it's nice, and it will fold and it will stand up real nice. Okay. Okay, so the next thing is we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our printed papers. You can use any printed papers you want, and all you're doing is you're just cutting a triangle off the sides. So with this, it would be easy if you just have your 4 corners that you can easily just cut an edge off or cut a triangle corner off. But if you are stuck with a piece like this, okay, all you do is, you know, I already have this straight edge here. So I'll just come in. You can just cut it straight off if you wanted. Like so. And you're left with your triangle. Okay. And then flip it over and then there's your other print. So that's the beautiful thing about having double-sided paper. And then you just go from one corner to another. And there you have your second triangle, okay? And then you're ready to put this away, okay? Actually, let's go ahead and cut our strip for our paper trimmer. Okay, so here's the print I used for the actual paper that looks like you're cutting. And it's a 1x3. So just a 1 inch long, or 1 inch wide by 3 inches long. And sometimes, you know, depending on how you're assembling your ruler and stuff, you know, sometimes it may be shorter than what other people do. You just want to make sure that it goes to the edge of your ruler. Like, see how I've got this paper going to the edge of the ruler and it's still on my card. Okay, that's kind of what you're wanting it to look like. Okay, so now that we have our pieces all ready to go, all we're doing is we're going to glue down. Okay, we're going to glue down our triangles. And I went ahead and glued the bottom one down first because I thought that it was more, I like the flowers better than the polka dot. So I also like using liquid glue when you're using like sharp corners like this, because you can go all the way to the edge with the glue. You're going to see me use tape runners in some of my videos, but for something like this where I'm actually having to go all the way to the end of the corner, I like using liquid glue. Okay, and then you're just going to glue that on just like so, okay? Then you're going to bring your paper trimmer in, and I use Pop Dots to put him on. And we're going to go ahead and put him on Pop Dots, but before we put him on the card, we're going to stamp our saying, because you really want to have that stamped before you put everything down. So the height of your images does not affect your stamping capabilities. So, okay, so Life is Better When You're Crafting is on this one. And I used Blackberry Bliss ink because that's obviously the color in the printed papers. Okay, so let me get my block ready. I'm going to go corner to corner. Sometimes when your stamp is a little longer than your block, you can obviously do it in a diagonal way and it will work. And the other reason I like putting it in a diagonal is I can see exactly, I'm not having any faux lines going on. Okay, so you're just going to stamp that down like that. Okay, and then we're just putting everything together. So then you're going to bring in your card, your printed paper, and you're just going to slide it through this little slider here that you've got going on. Okay, and I kind of took it all the way to the top. Now, if you don't glue this down, then you're going to see that it's going to do this on you, on your card eventually, okay? So I just put some a little bit of Tombow on this edge here to kind of keep it from moving on me. So, and you can go all the way as far down as you want on this. I kind of went down far enough that you could actually see the ruler, because that way it kind of looks cute and you see the details of it, okay? And then you're just going to put your your dimensionals on the back. Okay, bring it up, put it where you want it on your card without covering your words. Okay, and then the last thing that's to do is just to put your embellishments on there. I used our jewels. I love our rhinestones. They seem a lot more shiny than what you find in other craft stores. And so I use the bigger ones. And I use, and here's a trick that a lot of people don't know, but you can use our blends markers, which are our alcohol markers, and you can color clear stones to whatever color that you're needing. And so I am using the Fresh Freesia because this is Freesia, the lighter lavender color that's in the paper. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in and I'm going to color some of these stones. And I do believe I did a one small one and two, it looks like two small ones and one big one. Okay. And then just put these on there like you want them. I've got one there. These are self-adhesive, so you can very easily just pop them off of the card and put them on your project because they have like a glue substance on the back. And there you have it. There's your card. See how fast and simple that came together? And if you want, you could put a pop dot right there, and that way it would keep it from flapping. Let's do that. There you go. So now you don't have to worry about it moving on you. But here's the sample, and here's what we did. And it came together pretty quickly. Oh, and I did forget my little paper trimmer notch at the top. What you're going to do with that is you're going to use like a little bitty small dimension. You're going to cut it in half because that piece is so little. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to put it, to make it easier, I actually put this little pop dot where I wanted the paper trimmer piece to go. And then I took the backing off of it. I used my fingers and moistened my fingers to grab that piece and then brought it to the pop dot. So now you see it's on there. So I felt I missed a little part, but now you can see that little paper trimmer blade? Okay, you want that on there for sure. So there you have it. I hope you enjoy this card enough to try it yourself. You can go on my website and see this stamp set and the prices and everything of that sort. You save 10% by getting it as a bundle. I hope this inspired you enough to like and subscribe to my page and see my upcoming videos. But this is what I have for you today. And until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.